Hello everyone. Today we'll be talking about the group by statement in the SoQL editor. So for this, we're going to go to the asset inventory. We are going to search for a dataset. So we'll do h.highways revenues. Highways revenues. Okay, so we'll use this dataset. And the main reason to use a group by statement is to basically group similar values in a data set together. So for example, if we had values and they had years associated with them, we could group those values by the year. So in this scenario here, I'll show you how to group transaction amounts by year. So per usual, we're going to go to our view data button here. We are going to create a new view. And from there, we're going to edit the metadata to show what is different about this filter view. So we delete the beginning. We'll add training, video, group by. When we come down, we hit save. We go back and hit return to asset. And now we're ready to go. So in this example, we're only really worried about the SD fiscal year, so the years, and the SD trans amount, so transaction amount, so this column here. So when we go to our SoQL editor here, we can take out the columns that we don't need. And the first one. Okay. So from here, we're going to start with the group by statement. You can write it, or again, you can come up here and add it. So first of all, trans amount will show, actually we'll show it before that. So we run it. So we have multiple entries for each year based on all the transactions. So from here, we'll start the group by statement. And we'll group it by fiscal year, so SD fiscal year. Oh, I'm sorry. We have to set the other parameters for the trans amount here. So there are a couple parameters that we can use when using the group by statement, which are sum, count, minimum, maximum, and average. I'm going to walk through all of them for you here. So just as an example, we'll do sum first. So we would write sum and then wrap the trans amount, SD trans amount, in parentheses. So let's run the editor again. Okay. So here we have every single year, which is not in order yet, every single year and all of the transactions for that year summed up. Similarly, we can take this sum out and add a minimum, min. Run it again, and you have the minimum for each year. Same for maximum, the max amount every year, and then the average. And it gives you average by year. So if we like that, if we want the average, we can update the query. And then, as you can see, you have all these blank columns here, which is all the columns that we deleted. So if you come up and you hit save, you'll now have two columns. Two columns that are grouped by year on the left and have the trans amount summed, or averaged, I'm sorry. Averaged for each of those years. And then if we're good with that, we can publish. I always pick highways, as we're working in highways, and then publish. And just like that, you have a grouped list. As I go back here, we can, just want to note one more thing. Within the SoQL editor, we can go back in and name this, as we've done with other columns, as something else. So since this is highway revenues, we could call them revenues. Run, and now the column is called revenues. I'll update that again. And like I said, this is going to show up because this is the column that we renamed, but after we hit save, it'll go away. And there it is. And to finish it off, we can update it. And there it is. Thanks, guys.